Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to change oil in your car. And I'm going to be changing oil in my 1992 Toyota MR2, as you can see right there behind me. And before we start changing oil, let's talk about some of the tools you will need to actually get this job done. First of all, you'll need an oil self. I got Royal Purple Full Synthetic 5 quarts oil and some drain bolt gasket, so that I recommend changing it like every time you change your oil. Then an oil filter and the tool to remove the oil filter. Sometimes it gets stuck. And you can also use ratchet or a torque wrench to actually get the drain bolt out. Sometimes it's difficult. And then I need a 14mm socket to get it out. Alright, so let's get started. Okay. Before you start anything, make sure your car is cold and it hasn't run like probably in 2 or 3 hours, because if the car is hot, chances are you'll burn yourself on an exhaust or something like that. And also, just to mention that this car is a little bit unique because the engine is in the back instead of up front, but the process remains the same. It's just the engine is in a different location. Okay, so first, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this ratchet and an extension. It's a 3/8 ratchet, and I'm gonna put an oil removal tool on it so that I can remove the oil filter because it's kind of stuck in place. And before you actually drain out your oil, make sure that you can take your oil filter out so that you don't get stuck in the process and you have to put a new oil without changing the filter, which is not a good idea. So the filter is located right here, as you can see. It's right in front of the engine and it's very easy to access. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna loosen it up. And then go down underneath the car and try to drain the plug. Okay. So the tool fits just like this, and it's very, now you can, as you can see, it's moving easily. So I'm just gonna leave it right there and go underneath the car and drain all the oil out. I totally forgot to mention that you'll need a drain can or something, as you can see right here, to actually drain out all the oil and put it in here. And make sure that once your oil change and all the old oil, I think you should go to AutoZone or any auto parts store and give it to them, and they'll be able to recycle it. Please don't throw it out in your dumpster. It's not good for the environment. So please go to auto parts store and just give it to them, and they'll take it for free. Okay, next thing is I'm gonna take this big torque wrench and with 14mm socket and put the drain pan right underneath where the drain bolt is. As you can see, the drain bolt is right there, and we just need to loosen that bolt up and the oil should start draining right away. So let's go ahead and do it. Okay guys, I have loosened the bolt. I'm just gonna use my hand to take it all the way out. Okay, and the oil should start draining any second now. And there you go. Okay, so I'll let it drain for like 5 minutes or so, and then I'll see you in 5 minutes then. Okay, here is the drain bolt, and this gasket was in it, so I'm gonna go ahead and replace this. It's always a good idea to replace this every time you do an oil change, so that you know that it's not gonna leak. So I have the new one right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that on, just like this. You can just put the gasket on, and it's gonna fill properly against the oil pan, and it's not gonna leak. Okay, so next step in the process is take the oil filter that you loosen up and take it all the way out. So do that. Go reach for the oil filter because it's loose. It's gonna come easily just with your hand, and take it all the way out. Spin counterclockwise, and there it is. It's all the way out. here's the old filter and here's the new filter. As you can see, there's a size difference a little bit, but I don't think there's something to worry about. It's just a different size, but it should fit just fine. It's just a different company. Looks like all the oil is now out, and maybe I'm just gonna go and put the new washer and bolt on so that we can start putting everything back on and put the oil in. As you can see, there's barely any oil coming out anymore. So I'm just gonna put the bolt on. Let's see if I can do it with the camera on. Okay, hand tighten it first, and then take your wrench and 14mm socket in this case and tighten it up. Alright, it's nice and tight. I didn't torque it down too much because I don't want to risk it to not get stripped. Okay, so since this is tightened, now we can go ahead and put the oil filter on, the new one. Okay, before you put the new oil filter on, make sure you open up the new the oil and just put your finger in there and just put it on the seal. So next time when you try to take it off, it will be much easier. Yeah, that's it. And now what you need to do is take this oil filter and put it where it came out from. It's gonna be right here. Just hand tighten it. Okay. My hands are all oily, so it's difficult to tighten it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take the removal tool, like this one, and I'm gonna take the wrench, 3/8 wrench. I'm gonna take the socket off, put it like this, and go ahead and tighten it up. Again, you don't need to torque it down or anything, just make sure it's snug, that you no longer can change it with your, I mean, you can't move it with your hand. Okay, I feel like this is tight enough, so we can go ahead and take the tool off. Okay. Okay. Since this part is now done, what we need to do is just pour the new oil in. So as I told you before, I'm using the Royal Purple 5W20 full synthetic oil. So I'm not going to be changing oil for, I don't know, about 6,000 to 7,000 miles, because this is a very expensive and very good oil. I've have heard good things about it. But that doesn't mean you have to go and put this oil in your car. I mean, any synthetic oil will do just fine. So go ahead and put the new oil in, okay? So what we need to do is we need to find a funnel or something that would make our life easier to put oil in it. All right, let me see. All right, see it right here. You can use something like this. It will be much easier. So let's go ahead and take the oil cap off. Well, over here, oh well. Okay, in my car, the oil cap is right here, the red one. I have changed the stock one to the new one, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take it off. It should be just easily taken off like this. And now what you're gonna do is just put this funnel and start pouring oil in it. It is very crucial to know how much oil your car takes, and you can find this information easily in your owner's manual, or you can always Google it and you should see it pretty easy. In this particular car, it requires about 4 quarts. So I'm gonna start with that, and I'm gonna check the oil and see if it looks like it's full, and if it's not, then I'll pour some more oil. So just do like that. All right, so I'm gonna just start pouring this oil. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show you as I pour because I will have to use both of my hands, and it's very difficult to use camera while doing that. So just go ahead and pour oil and slowly. Okay, I went ahead and put 4 quarts of oil in, and now I'm gonna go ahead and check the oil level and see where it shows up. So this car is right here, right in front. The yellow thing you see right there, right there. That's it. So what you're gonna do is pull it out the first time, clean it, and then put it back in and put it back out and check how much oil it shows. Okay, so I'm gonna do right there. What I'm gonna do, okay, I'm gonna pull it out. First time, I'm just gonna clean it. Put it back in. Okay, all the way in. Put it back on. Let's see. It's almost full, but it's not all the way yet. As you can see, seems like it's gonna need a little bit more oil. I'm gonna try it one more time just in case. Yep, actually it looks like it's full. I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but it's right at full. Right there. There's a purple thing right there. This oil has a purple color to it. So it's kind of like purple. I'm not sure you can see it or not, but it's full. Okay, so I don't need to put any more oil in that. I'm just gonna put the dipstick back on. Take the funnel off. I'm gonna put the cap back on. Oh, I'm stupid. There you go. Let's tighten it. Oh, as you can see, I made a whole mess, so I'm just gonna go ahead and clean that up. Okay, it's all clean. Now what you want to do is just start up the car and just... Most people say you're done at this point, but what I like to do is let it run for like 5 minutes or so, let it warm up, and check the oil level again, just to make sure on the flat surface the oil level is perfect. You don't want to run out. You don't want to run low on oil. You can damage your engine pretty bad, and you might have to replace your engine. So I like to just as a precaution, I like to check my oil after 5 minutes of warm up to see if everything looks good. Okay, I think I'll let it warm up quite a bit now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go ahead and turn off the car and check the oil level. Okay, let's go and check the oil. So same process again. You just want to make sure that you have enough oil. So I'm just not going to show you again, so it's easier for me to check the oil. Thank you. Okay guys, so I checked the oil level and it looks fine. It's at full. So thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you learned something. And just as a precaution, I would like to check my oil level every once a month, like once a month or twice a month or something like that, so that you know that your car is not running out of oil and it's running healthy. And if it looks like your car is burning a lot of oil, it's probably because your car is probably old. And if that's happening with your new car, then I would recommend going to the dealership and have it fixed, because it's not a good sign to have a car burning a lot of oil between the oil change. So I hope you guys liked the video and enjoyed it and learned something. Hopefully I'll make another video on basic stuff like this, like maybe changing spark plug or something like that. So give me a thumbs up if you would like to watch more video like this. Thank you.